Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review North by Northwest. And this is a part of Filmography Movie Club, and we're celebrating the Master of Suspense, Alfred Hitchcock, for this month of October. And I know last week we talked about Vertigo, and now I'm going to be reviewing North by Northwest. Now I believe I had reviewed Vertigo for my channel before, because I got a chance to go see the 50th, was it whatever particular, must have been 70th anniversary or something like that for Vertigo when I saw it in theaters. And I remember seeing North by Northwest for the first time because back in cinema class in high school, we did a couple of weeks of watching Alfred Hitchcock films, and then we had to pick a different film than what we watched in class and do a paper on it. And I chose North by Northwest. I had gone to the town library and rented it and watched it for the first time. And over the years, it's definitely, obviously, it's been a very particular film that I've gone back, I've revisited. It's somewhere around here in my movies here. And, or it used to be, I have a new Alfred Hitchcock collection, so it's probably sitting in there somewhere. But this film is very different in terms of compared to, say, Psycho or Vertigo, where it was much more like a horror or psychological thriller. This is something that's more of like a thriller. It builds suspense. There's a lot of big set pieces. Obviously, you know all the famous ones of Cary Grant running away from this crop duster coming down at him in the middle of nowhere at this bus stop in a bunch of fields. The Mount Rushmore sequence, which has been homaged, has been parodied, especially by Family Guy, in regards to basically the whole episode about spoofing North by Northwest with Mel Gibson and Passion of the Christ. But you get the point of this film really lives off of a lot of those set pieces, and they build great tension. Hitchcock is a master of suspense. As I already mentioned at the beginning of this video, he makes those sequences work so well because he builds the tension, he builds the suspense. You're always wondering what's going to happen next. And those sequences really work in this film. And in general, I don't, if you're thinking about all of Hitchcock's films, this one seems to be more of just a straightforward kind of romp. Obviously, there's some espionage, there's some themes about spies and dealing with the mistaken identity, which is a common trope now. It's something that felt really fresh at the time. And you have Cary Grant at the center of the film, who is such a charming presence. He is a presence. He is a movie star. And him as Roger Thornhill is perfect. And him just dealing with, being so perplexed by why everyone thinks he's this guy that he definitely is not. And then the rest of the cast, you have a young Ava Marie Saint who does a great job across from Cary Grant in the film. There's moments where she shows a bit of an edge. There's also some more intimate moments and some obnoxious visual symbolism. And James Mason is one of those kinds of antagonists that's very clean-cut and charming in his own right, but there's a sinister layer to him, and also a young Martin Landau playing his henchman really adds that layer of that dark eeriness, and he's intense. There might be something going on between those two characters, but you have this this mystery of who this man is. How did Cary Grant's character Roger Thornhill get caught up in all of this? There's a lot of tension, there's great set pieces. It's a thrill ride, and I enjoy it, and it's a really high quality thrill ride. And that's what I can say about North by Northwest is this doesn't feel like something, at least to me, that's an absolute masterpiece of cinema, like a Vertigo, which I absolutely love. It is my favorite Hitchcock film. This feels more of Hitchcock's taking this story and adding another layer of craft to what seems like a string of circumstances and action set pieces put together to make a fun and engaging story. And in the end, there's strong performances, it's an intriguing plot, and you have that technical prowess of Hitchcock behind the camera really bringing out the most of these different scenes. And in the end, I think North by Northwest is a classic in that way. It's like endlessly watchable. I love the film. And like I said, it's not one of my top tier Hitchcock films, but it has a special place in my heart because it was one of the first Hitchcock films I personally went out and sought out and watched. And still remember that first time I watched it, renting it from the library. And now I own it. And whenever I watch it, I have a blast. But those are my thoughts on Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.